Good afternoon, Chairman Hinojosa, Ranking Member Guthrie, and members of the subcommittee. My name is Yvonne Bonnie Gonzalez, and currently, as you have been told, I serve as a Chief Executive Officer of Workforce Solutions. Workforce Solutions is a workforce development board serving Hidalgo, Star, and Willacy counties right on the U.S.-Texas border. We are one of 28 workforce development boards in the state of Texas. We are considered the fourth largest board in the state, behind Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, receiving a state and federal investment of approximately $57 million this year for the purpose of connecting our business customers with our most available workforce. As CEO, I have recently been named to the Governor's Texas team for nursing education capacity. I serve as a member of the U.S. Department of Labor's Initiative for Workforce Transformation and the Texas Association of Workforce Boards and the Border Trade Alliance. Membership in these committees, councils, and initiatives provide me the unique opportunity to contribute and, most importantly, to communicate the critical connection between education, workforce, and economic development. On behalf of Workforce Solutions and our numerous public and private partners, I would like to thank the committee and the chair for his invitation and for the opportunity to address this committee. My remarks this afternoon will focus on the adult education, workforce development, innovative strategies, and best practices that will continue to strengthen Texas's and the nation's competitive advantage in this 21st century. Let me tell you a little bit about our area in South Texas. We are about 84% Hispanic. 27% of the families live below the poverty level, compared to about 12% statewide. 38% of people 25 years of age and older have less than a 9th grade education. And that data is representative of the entire state of the Texas border. National data demonstrate a clear relationship between educational attainment and lifelong earning potential. Sadly, the educational attainment in the lower Rio Grande Valley of South Texas continues to lag behind the nation. Roughly 2 out of every 5 adults in Hidalgo and Cameron counties do not hold a high school diploma. While the percentage of adult residents in the 2 counties with some college experience or an associate's degree is similar, the percentage completing a 4-year degree or higher is significantly, I say significantly, lower than the rest of the United States. The Rio Grande Valley has a very young workforce, and this trend we see will continue over the next few decades. This also means that large numbers of young and inexperienced workers will continue to join the Valley's labor force each year. The lower Rio Grande Valley has a unique historical pattern of faster population growth during and immediately following a recession. The Valley tends to draw an influx of migrants from Texas's major metropolitan areas, especially as jobs in those cities begin to dry up. There is a long data lag, so it may be a couple of years before the current recession shows up in the migration data. The daunting nature of these economic and workforce challenges that I've just shared before you requires a renewed national commitment and new national priorities. The 21st century workforce development system needs to remain locally driven, but it must receive the necessary and enhanced support and resources from federal allocations. Bold new thinking and drastic shifts in current policy will also be necessary to realize the vision of a successful workforce. This new economic era demands a new workforce development system. Concerning unemployment statistics, I venture to say, and this committee obviously is very aware, that the fact that unemployment numbers are rising so fast for those of us that are faced with that stark reality in our communities, that even historical unemployment trends and seasonally adjusted statistics have pretty much gone out the window during this economic crisis. The urgency of this present climate calls for changes in how the current systems operate. Texas is a traditionally recognized leader in workforce development. However, differences in measuring the effectiveness of the workforce investment activity we find still separates boards and the grantor. I see my red light is on, Ricardo. I reserve any comments, and considering there are many pages left, should there be any additional comments or questions, I reserve the right to respond to those as needed.